Good evening, everyone. Well, here we are again for another year. My name is Dave Hewitt, and I'm chairman of the board of the directors for the Vancouver International Film Festival, and I would like to welcome you all to the 35th Annual Vancouver International Film Festival. Before we begin, I'd like to acknowledge the Coast Salish people and the traditional unceded territory that we stand upon tonight. VIFF is a cultural nonprofit organization that relies on the individual support of government, corporations, and individuals to carry out its mission. For each dollar we receive in ticket revenue, an additional $3 must be raised to ensure the sustainability of the organization. I'd like to offer a heartfelt thank you to those sponsors, donors, and government partners whose generous support helped to make all of this possible. Key supporters include our premier partner this year, TELUS. And our premier sponsors, Telefilm Canada and Creative BC, as well as our government support from the City of Vancouver, the provincial BC government, and the federal government through Heritage Canada. Our sponsors for this evening are Telefilm Canada and the Canada Media Fund in support of Eye on Canada program. Eye on Canada, for those of you who don't know, is an important initiative developed by these partners as a catalyst for promoting the diversity and quality of Canadian audiovisual content. We thank them for their work they are doing on this front, and we're proud to be here in celebration of yet another cinematic achievement in our great country. Tonight's film, Maudie, a Canadian-Irish co-production, tells the story of the legendary Canadian folk artist Maud Lewis, starring Sally Hawkins and Ethan Hawke. Maudie is a beautiful and heartwarming biopic of a self-taught painter who overcame her physical disability to become one of Canada's most famous folk artists. The energy and hours it takes to orchestrate an event this size and scope is enormous. Planning for this event is a year-round occurrence, and it takes over more than 150 staff and 700 volunteers coming together to make movie magic happen. They've worked tirelessly over the past months and have a few long days yet ahead. I, along with the board of directors, am extremely grateful for their efforts and thank them for their dedication. Please join me in a round of applause for the staff and volunteers of VIFF. I'm now proud to introduce the leader of VIFF, the person who ensures that all the pieces are placed perfectly so that we can all enjoy the excitement of the next 16 days. Please join me in welcoming VIFF's Executive Director, Jacqueline Dupuis.
I hope Dave didn't steal all of the applause for the night. Tell me there's some more left out there. Oh, yay, okay. That's what I needed. Thank you for the very kind introduction, Dave. And wow, I'm just blown away. Again, this is my 5th year here as Executive Director of VIFF. And this is the scariest and the best night of the year. So thank you all. Welcome, and thank you all for joining us for this special night. I'm going to try to keep my remarks short and sweet, as we have some very special guests I'd like to introduce and some very important announcements that I know you're all excited about as well. And then, of course, we get to the best part, the film, which I'm very inspired for you to see tonight. Let me tell you, we have a jam-packed 16 days ahead that will feature 324 films from 73 countries at 478 screenings across venues at Metro Vancouver. We also welcome over 400 creators and industry professionals to our fine city. If I don't get a clap, I'll just start and you guys can follow. So you may have noticed that we look a little different this year, and I thought maybe we'd start with just a quick chat about that. I'm really proud to say that we've reimagined the festival-going experience. Our new Film Plus model sets us apart from other festivals and brings with it the opportunity to explore and celebrate all screen-based media from film to TV to new forms such as virtual reality, and brings a layered experience to audiences through curated screenings, talks, workshops, and events. So why did we do this? Well, we know that content creation and consumption is rapidly changing, but we also know that fans of all ages still crave a rich social experience. We know we live in one of the most creative and innovative cities in the world with burgeoning tech and creative industries. So we need to be where our audience is at and where things are going. This new model allows for just that. Broader range of content while keeping intact all of the excellent film programming we've always been known for, and with the addition of new experiences in a simplified way for people to engage. Now, on that note, one of the most exciting things that we are adding to the festival this year is VIFF Hub. Hub will be located at VIFF Film Center at 1181 Seymour Street and will be transformed as a place for the celebration and a central location for experiences that go beyond film. At Hub, VIFF Industry Exchange will create a space for business development opportunities in the digital entertainment market. Expanding frontiers in storytelling, virtual reality, will take audiences to new realms with insights and live experiences from the world's leading creators and technologies. We also have a series of talks and events that include creator talks, episodic showcases, workshops, and panels. Totally Indie Day will provide a professional development opportunities for emerging creators, and the Sustainable Production Forum will discuss the greening of production in Vancouver. We'll also be presenting the creator of The X-Files, Chris Carter, with the VIFF Industry Builder Award for his exemplary sustainable production of the Season 10 revival. And for the fun, late night at Hub, we'll see local musical acts collide with video experiences from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. as the place to be after the film's end. I strongly, strongly encourage you to check out some of this year's programming at Hub, in addition to the many wonderful films that we're screening this year. On that note, I'd like to take a moment to thank the real magic behind our festival, our well-reputed and talented curatorial team who have collectively and meticulously put together the remarkable 2016 lineup. We have over 15 curatorial staff and consultants and a large contingent of volunteers supporting the curatorial process. Please join me in thanking the creative forces behind our program. And now to introduce our special guests. Telefilm Canada is the federal agency dedicated to developing Canada's audiovisual sector and is one of the earliest partners of VIFF. VIFF is proud to have the largest showcase of Canadian films in the world. Since inception, it has screened over 2,500 Canadian films to over 600,000 plus film fans. During VIFF, Canadian content creators have the opportunity to sharpen their skills and grow their Rolodexes with some of the best and brightest in the biz. We simply couldn't do all of this without the support of Telefilm. Tonight, we're fortunate to have a very special guest here from Telefilm. I'm very delighted to welcome back Carole Brabant, the Executive Director of Telefilm, with us tonight. Carole?
Good evening, bonsoir. C'est un réel plaisir d'être avec vous ce soir. First, I would like to congratulate Jacqueline Dupuis, her team, and the volunteers for the continuous success of the VIFF. Every year when I get the reports from VIFF, I look at the numbers, and I must confess that I like numbers. I'm a CPA after all, and I'm always impressed of your capacity to engage audience for independent films, and more importantly, for Canadian films. Bravo. My wish for 2017 is that this wave of enthusiasm emerging from VIFF generates a tsunami all across the country, celebrating the immense talent we have in this country. Talent like Gabrielle Rose, that you're going to be able to admire in the film tonight. Talent like Anne-Marie Fleming, whose film When the Horses will be showing tomorrow. Bravo, enjoy the evening, and enjoy the Canadian films that you'll be able to see at VIFF. Thank you.
Thanks, Carol. The Canada Media Fund, CMF, fosters, promotes, develops, and finances the production of Canadian content and relevant applications for all audiovisual media platforms, and is a proud supporter of VIFF Industry Exchange, seeding new business opportunities in the digital entertainment space. Before I welcome Valerie here, I'd like to first congratulate her on recently being awarded the Order of Merit by her home province of Saskatchewan. Please welcome and congratulate the Canada Media Fund President and CEO, Valerie Creighton.
All right, well, let's put the credit where credit's due. 35 years and 5 years of regeneration from this woman, Dave, the board, and Jacqueline. Come on, you guys, let's give them a really big round of applause. So I'm delighted to be in Vancouver. I always feel so privileged to be here. I don't know if it's the sea air, although in truth I said that in Halifax too, or the fact that when I was a much younger woman, I had a great love affair out here. So it has a fond place in my heart. And by the way, I'm due for another one. So I'm just putting that out there. So we're very, very pleased that we've been able to support the industry in BC. It's always a struggle in Canada to make great content. It gets harder and harder all the time. And since 2010, when the CMF was set up, we've invested $237 million out here for 280 projects. And last year, we did $37 million for 45. So thanks to this industry, we had a great session this morning with the local industry here, got a incredible amount of constructive ideas to help us keep our content and our programs at the CMF relevant. So you are in for a treat tonight. I saw this film in Halifax, written by a woman, directed by a woman, several women producers. And a story about an absolute treasure in our Canadian national landscape. So I hope you enjoy getting to meet Maudie. Thank you.
Val's right, you're so in for a treat tonight. I saw the film a couple of months ago, and it's just, it's wonderful. Speaking of Canadian films, the Must See BC fan contest ran over the last couple of weeks. Thousands of fans visited the BC Spotlight microsite to explore films and vote for the one that they are most excited to see at the festival. So the fans have spoken, and I'm told I get to surprise you by announcing the winner tonight. And I'm also told that the winner is in the audience. So when I announce the name of the film and the name of the filmmaker, I just need to get through a really quick description, and then I'd love it if you could jump up, and we're going to give you a big round of applause. So the winner of the Must See BC Fan Award is Cadence. Oh, no. Okay, fine, stand up now. Kids. Woo! Who's Alex? Alex, okay. Alex Lashera's debut film is a unique psychological thriller that's also a thoroughly entertaining study of memory trauma and the psyche's efforts to protect itself. I feel like, did we talk before you wrote this, or is it anyway, we'll talk. So, by the way, on the front of local films, of BC-made films in the BC Spotlight, please remember that hashtag MustSeeBC is the one-stop social media shop for all things BC. So please share the good word. Okay. Now for the announcement we've all been waiting for. This year, many of you are aware and that we've launched this initiative, and I know are aware that tonight we're going to be making a special announcement. We launched a new initiative in support of the Syrian refugee crisis and in partnership with Frank Justra's Radcliffe Foundation to tell you a little bit more about the initiative and also to announce the winner. I'd like to welcome up Frank Justra.
Thanks, Jacqueline. And Valerie, I have somebody I want you to meet after the show. Okay, so for those of you that don't know, back in June we announced this competition, and it was really in an effort to create awareness about this very serious global issue on refugees, especially the Syrian refugees. And it's been a really hectic few months getting to this night tonight, and I want to really thank VIFF for all of the hard work, especially Jacqueline and Lauren, and I want to thank my own Laura Daphne and Jay Kim, who are very much involved in this process. We received 123 submissions, which is really impressive, and it was the job of VIFF to narrow that down to 10 finalists. And then we put together an amazing jury, which included Sophie Trudeau, Sarah McLaughlin, Yvonne Fatsan, Adam Egoyan, and many others. And they narrowed it down to 3 finalists. And those 3 finalists were Helpful Hand by Alex Nagy, Humanity by Zishan Parvez, both of them are in the audience here tonight, and Show the World by Michelle Hoser and Roxana Spicer. And then, like all great democracies, we put it out to the public for a vote for the winning film. And thousands upon thousands of people voted. And tonight I'm really pleased to announce the winner of the $20,000 prize for the Radcliffe Foundation Refugee Crisis PSA, Helpful Hand by Alex Nagy. Before I get Alex to come up, let's show the film first. It's a 60-second film, and you have to see this film. I just want to say that, announce that starting tomorrow and running for a month, both Cineplex and Landmark Theaters will be showing this PSA in theaters throughout Canada. And it will also start airing on Shaw Television tomorrow. So we're really pleased, and we want to thank all these wonderful people for making this film available for people to see and bring an awareness to this very important issue. So I'd like to invite Alex Nagy up for his $20,000 prize. Thank you.
Thank you, Frank. We were truly, truly grateful for the opportunity to work with you and your team on this inspiring project. It was a pleasure and an honor, and I hope we were able to help, even if just a little. I have to tell you, I had the opportunity to watch the 123 films before we created the short list, and it was an inspiring experience, and I think just the diversity of content and the approaches that everybody took to the issue, and Alex's work, it speaks for itself. And so it was just, we had a really short window, as Frank mentioned, for the submissions. It was about 6 weeks, and that we were able to see this kind of powerful content coming out of the contest is really great. So just congratulations to all of the submitters and to everyone that participated in this contest. It was a real pleasure. Thank you. And now, without further ado, I'd like to introduce the director of the powerful film you're about to see. Aisling Walsh has enjoyed a very successful career in both film and television, including directing and writing her previous film, A Song for Raggy Boy, which won international awards at film festivals. You heard a little bit about Maudie tonight. Maudie has been lauded by festivals from Telluride to TIFF, and we're thrilled to open our festival with a film of such acclaim. Now, I have to tell you, Aisling has traveled all the way from Ireland to be with us here tonight. So please join me in a warm Vancouver welcome for Aisling and the so very talented Gabrielle Rose, whose performance in this film is truly inspiring. Aisling and Gabrielle, would you like to join me up here?
Hello, good evening. I don't think this lady needs any introduction in Vancouver. She's a wonderful actress, and I feel so fortunate that I got to work with her, and you'll see what she did in the film in a few moments' time. It is an incredible performance. This is my first time in Vancouver, and I'm absolutely delighted to be here to open this festival with Maudie. People may not be aware, it's a Canadian-Irish co-production. So it involves a lot of people, and I often think it's, as said earlier, it's 7 women and 2 men. It's usually the other way around. You know, there are 5 women producers, a woman writer, a lady in the lead role, Gabrielle, I mean a whole host of women, so it's quite unusual in that respect. Beautiful script written by a Newfoundland writer called Sherry White. I'd like to introduce 2 of my producers who are here this evening. Executive producer Heather Haldane and producer Mary Sexton. If you'd like to join us on stage, ladies, please. You know, this film took a long time to make. It's very easy. It was an easier journey for me. It was 3 years for me. And I remember where I was when I first read Sherry's script. I was in a hotel room in Cardiff in Wales, about to embark on a television film about the Welsh poet Dylan Thomas. And the internet in the hotel wasn't working, and I ended up reading this wonderful script. And I wrote an email almost immediately after finishing it to my agent saying, what do I have to do to talk to these people? And about 8 weeks later, I flew to Toronto and met these ladies here. It's had a very interesting journey. You know, we started in Telluride, our world premieres in Telluride 3 weeks ago. We showed at Toronto, Halifax, which is I think, the nearest thing to Maud's hometown, and Calgary, and now we're here this evening. For people who don't know much about Maud Lewis, she was an incredible artist. I hope is going to be hugely discovered after this film. And at the centre of the film is this wonderful love story. And the two lead actors, Sally Hawkins and Ethan Hawke, I think, give incredible performances. And I wish they were here this evening to stand on the stage, because I know they would love to be here. I'm not going to say too much about it. You really just need to see the film and enjoy it and go on that journey. But before I finish, I'd like to thank, we can't make films on our own in countries like Canada and Ireland. We have to make films as co-productions. So Telefilm Canada and the Harold Greenberg Fund and the Newfoundland and Labrador Film Commission and the Irish Film Board all joined together to put the money together to make this film. I'd like to thank all four of them. And without saying too much more, enjoy the movie. And we may be back at the end of it, just sort of standing in the doorway just to see how it went. Enjoy the movie. I'm really delighted to be here. Thank you very much.